kind of like he was trying to do the same thing again. You know what I mean? Like, and it just didn't really resonate with me. But I mean, I don't hate it, but it's just you know. But I love the Uptown Funk and the one that you were. That's what I like. Oh my God,
I like them all.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people are trying to call Bruno Mars a cultural appropriator. Like, give me a break, y'all.
It's really funny because actually all his albums have been different. He's done a different style for each one, and nobody talked about the other previous album. Like, he's stealing white people music.
Right. And the funny thing is too, like we were talking about last week with the artist Yesh that we kind of debuted, because he was all over the place or whatever. He had a hard time getting a deal because they don't like that. They want you to just be one thing, and so they can market you one way, and just it's easier for them.
I cannot see Bruno Mars is trying to be marketed as one way. He's so colorful and different, and I love that about him. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do next.
Well, that's why he ended up like as a songwriter producer first, and then came out as an artist after his own stuff was, you know, they were selling his stuff to other artists or whatever, and then he came out. But yeah, he had a hard time just trying to come out as an artist on his own because of that.
I think Kendrick Lamar in the history, he'll be like your Hendrix. You know, he'll be regarded in that kind of way, respected. Don't die, Kendrick, by the way.
Oh Lord, please, we ain't ready.
But I think, you know, like I think he's gonna be respected in that kind of echelon of you know, and Bruno Mars is gonna be okay too. I think he could be another Michael Jackson.
Do they ever give any Pulitzers posthumously, you know, after death? Do they ever award any after death?
I'm sure they do, because they don't award it to people. They award it to
the
a
music,
work of art.
The art, okay. Because I think Tupac should have a. I think Tupac
absolutely,
should have one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. That's what I was going to say. Actually,
some of his albums could have been novels.
Yeah. So
I was actually going to say that he put out a book of poetry post his death. I mean, after he passed away. So I'm just like, hey, that's a good question. I can't say I remember anybody who got a Pulitzer Prize after they passed away. That's a good question. I wonder.
So my other baby mama's in the news as well,
Lord.
For like two reasons. Mimi, Mariah Carey, she's in the news because she came out and said that she has been diagnosed as bipolar.
Who? She said she was diagnosed as bipolar?
Yeah, since back in like 2002 or something like that. She got 2003, somewhere around there. She got diagnosed, and she said she's been living in fear that it was going to come out and somebody was going to out her, and you know she was going to be ruined and all this kind of. You know how celebrities are afraid of. So what? Huh?
She lying.
You think she lying about what?
I totally think she lying.
About what part? About that she's bipolar or that she's living in fear with it?
I think bipolar.
Really? Why? Why do you think she?
Because she already has. I already have issues with her. I just don't trust the bitch. If I'm really being honest, I just think she's a liar. I think she's a big fake phony, and I just don't believe the shit to come out of her mouth. She's always trying to set it up what she is and excuses for who she is. She's been, the last 10 years, she's been this affected diva, and she's not anything real or authentic anymore. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Mariah fan. Like, I listen to her every day, but as a personality, I think she's fake as hell.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe this for 2 seconds. I think it's a sympathy thing. I think because the second part of the story, that's also why this is coming out.
I think that's what I was going to say. I think it's very convenient.
Well, no, this came out, I feel like the bipolar part came out quite a bit before the being sued for sexual harassment, which is the other
but
reason
this is
why
not
she's in
her
the news.
first time like getting into some type of situation or altercation with her staff, or that rumors have been being spread about her based on her attitude or her personality, and I think she's just trying to get in front of it by saying that she's bipolar, and I'm just not falling for it. I hope that it's not true.
See what I mean? This is why. That's what I'm talking about.
Why? Because we don't believe that she's bipolar? Because she a big old...
No, just because it sounds like that's the same thing Pip just said. But anyway.
I've seen her stop with production because she was done. So
it's been rumors around for a long time that she was kind of crazy, kind of cray-cray, and whatever else, and... But so I don't know, and even the way that her okay. So for the record, people, let me go back and
she was married with 2 kids. Nick Cannon, no, nothing.
What's that got to do with?
That's just like another reason for me to believe that she's not bipolar. Like, it's just convenience for her right now to bring it out.
She could have been bipolar.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that she's lived through all these things and not have been affected by her diagnosis or whatever. But now
she's not affected.
She hasn't seemed to been affected, but now all of a sudden it's unbearable, and she's so worried about getting outed and how much it's affecting her life. But it wasn't affecting her life as much when she was married, when she was pregnant, when she was having kids and all this and all that, when she had the nannies and all this stuff going on, and she was going through all this stuff.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
And then that didn't compel her to come out about being bipolar then.
I think she's saying that she had all that stuff happening in her life. That doesn't seem like a person that would be bipolar. However, I have to disagree with you on that because that happens to bipolar people that aren't famous. They have regular lives.
Yeah.
And they just have their symptoms. Bipolar.
So like anybody with any kind of mental illness, life doesn't stop for you. You still go through life.
She's all of a sudden compelled now to come out and say that she's bipolar. It wasn't back then, before she was going through all these things. It wasn't like immediately after or during or whatever. I'm just saying
people come out when they want to come out. So.
I'm just saying it seems convenient.
Why is this so it's convenient? Because why?
Because of all of the turmoil and all the things that's been said about her. You know, how she's been not dancing, how she's just been doing all this. I just think that it's a convenient
There's always, Mariah, damn near her whole career has been in turmoil and all this stuff that you're talking about. She's like people always coming at her about something.
No.
Yes.
No, not like how it's been in the past few years.
Okay, that's few years. So that's few years. That's not...
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how her image has been portrayed lately.
Anyway,
it's
so
convenient.
What we're talking about as far as the sexual harassment is Mariah Carey's former manager, who was fired like last October. She is suing her for sexual harassment, and she admits that she even says that maybe this is the reason why she came out, because her manager is talking about it. About her being bipolar. She's saying that she has a problem with addiction, and that she doesn't always take her meds for her bipolar or whatever, and she acts out or whatever. So maybe this is the reason why now she's coming out, because somebody else is outing her.
Well, maybe, but this manager, I did watch that Mariah Carey reality show. This manager, she also has some credibility issues, majorly. The whole show was about how the manager fucked up Mariah's career. How, like, she was always late for stuff and she was missing stuff, and the manager was always the one behind it. And the manager would be with her on the plane, and they'd be arriving to a concert 2 hours late. And the manager's just having fun. They're drinking champagne. I'm like, neither one of these people have credibility. Sorry.
So there you go. It is what it is. I don't know. You decide for yourself what's going on.
Here's another thing about Mimi and Mariah Carey. Remember the Divas Live that she was on with Aretha and those guys?
Okay.
Did you ever see the pop-up video version of it?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's so good because they give you the behind-the-scenes stuff. And guess what? Mariah Carey's nose was up Aretha Franklin's ass all day. That's who she looks up to. And she is not a good person as far as being professional and acting right. That's Mariah Carey's who she looks up to. So I think this behavior, this is who she wants to be. I don't think it's bipolar. I think she's a bratty bitch.
Well, I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. I don't think just because she's a bitch and she's a diva means that she can't be bipolar.
I'm not saying she can't be. I just don't. She has some credibility issues with me.
Okay. I mean,
it's like when I was one of the first ones. We weren't on the air yet, but when Caitlyn Jenner came out, my issue with Caitlyn Jenner being like the new face of trans people is like, you got some credibility issues. You got, convenient. No, it wasn't even the convenience stuff. Like what's convenient now? What is this convenient stuff? Now, why is it all of a sudden convenient for him to like? I don't understand. What was convenient about being married? Being married to another woman.
All of the attention and the accolade that he was getting for leaving his family and turning and becoming a woman. I'm not saying that it was wrong. I'm just saying that it was just all the accolades that he was getting was just kind of convenient.
I don't think she was getting accolades for coming out.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's convenient. I think that should be. I'm for that.
That's what happens when a celebrity does something like that. That's what happens.
My issue is that now she wanted to step forward and be some sort of vocal person for the trans community. I'm like, you never lived life as a real trans. Well, I shouldn't say that. Let me take that back. The life of a typical trans woman
without privilege.
Yeah,
a trans woman without privilege.
Most of them are people of color in America, and they're really poor and they really struggle. And now someone who had white male privilege now is going to be a woman.
Right.
It's like
you got white woman privilege.
You didn't really talk about this because you still think you're a white dude.
Well, who was it? It was either Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock. I think it was Dave Chappelle.
It was Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle that said that the only reason why we're like all on board and being supportive with the trans movement is because it's white men who are doing it now. Because when it was just people of color doing it, people didn't give a fuck.
No.
But now that Bruce Jenner is doing it, and the Wachowski brothers or Wachowski sisters, formerly the Wachowski brothers, are doing it, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, let's support it.
Let's help these women.
Right.
Support.
So
their millions of dollars are going to run out.
There's something to that. I think there's definitely something to that.
I'm always suspect with celebrities. You know that.
Oh, yeah. So, more Braxton family drama. More. Okay, we talked about like a couple weeks ago how Tracy was dropped from the tour, right? And the whole mess with Tamar and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, now Tamar's been dropped from the tour.
What?
Tamar and Tracy were her opening acts. She don't have any opening acts now, and her tour starts May 22nd.
Wow.
No.
Tony, I ain't got no job. I'll drop them all.
I'll lip sync for my life. Come on.
So, yeah, and they're saying it's because of all the drama that Tamar brings with, because her husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, estranged husband, however you want to, phrase her and Vince Herbert, he's still her manager. So they still interact a lot, even though, they're estranged, and they fight a lot, and there was, like, some drama outside of Tony's building, and he had to be banned or whatever because of them arguing and all that stuff. Wow. I have a little clip of some of their drama from their show, just a little small portion of what goes on with the Braxtons.
Episode of Braxton Family Values.
How many times in the show can say my right? Excuse me, but you walk away from a confrontation, okay?
I mean, it's tough being on the outside. And the people making faces while you... That catches it all, honey.
Listen to me very carefully. We're not singing anymore today on camera.
I'm done. I can't do it anymore. We can't ever seem to just have fun.
We got to get it. Tamar, come here. Mommy.
Tamar, go, play.
Can you call me when I get? No.
So that's just a little tiny taste of the drama that you get when you watch the Braxton Family Values.
I love Braxton Family Values.
I can't watch it. I try because I like Tony Braxton, but it's just too much drama, and it's bad for my nerves and my anxiety. I can't.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to watch rich people behaving badly.
I don't want to watch anybody behaving badly, rich or poor, black, white. I don't care. It's all the same to me. It all stresses me out. It's not entertaining for me at all.
Do you know what this is good news though for Sinbad?
Why?
Because he can open up for Tony Braxton.
Of all the people, what about Monique? She looking for work.
Oh damn!
She's the greatest comedian ever.
That's true. Tony
the most awarded, right? Hello.
The most awarded comedian of all time.
Tony ain't got enough money for her.
Tony can't afford. She might have to borrow some money from her fiance.
It's gonna be Sinbad or Hope Flood.
Oh, shout out Hope.
Shout out to Hope.
One of them shit.
Hope Flood. Oh my goodness. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that's crazy. I can't believe that she kicked Tamar off.
I can.
This is gonna be.
I believe it came from not just Tony, but like
upper ups too.
Other people like that have to. The producers of the tour, and it's like, no, that's too much drama. That's too much.
But how would they
get rid of her?
That's why I like that's why I like the show though, because I like to see people like trying to pick up the pieces, and I feel like they are trying to pick up the fucking pieces right now, and I want to see how they're gonna put this all back together and come back as sisters.
So does the name Bad Bobby mean anything to either of you?
I don't know who.
I thought it was Bad Baby.
I don't know anything about it either way.
Yeah.
It's
Bad Baby.
It is. Mm-hmm. Well, Okay.
Who is it?
It doesn't really matter either way because it's spelled incorrectly. So, but I guess
it doesn't matter. It could be Bahabi. This bitch might be Indian for all we know.
I was like, is she like trying to spell Barbie?